2019 Mini John Cooper Works Clubman. How does it drive? We're here to find out. So here we are with our guest presenter today, Jake Berg.
That's me.
He might look young, but this guy knows a lot about cars, and actually he's the one who got us the Clubman today. So he's going to do all the talking, and I'm just going to sit here and be in awe by his knowledge and his expertise in this car. So Jake, what say you?
All right. So, as Paul said earlier, we're in the 2019 John Cooper Works Clubman, and it's got a 228 horsepower engine that produces 258 pound-feet of torque, and it's got some get up and go. Yeah.
Definitely. Actually, I was following you in the camera car and in the Focus RS, and first gear, I actually was pretty impressed. By second gear, I was really climbing you, but
yeah.
but when you kind of took away without me really knowing you were going to do that, I was kind of impressed.
Yeah. So it might not have as much horsepower as the Focus RS or even the Civic Type R, but you know, it's enough. Even though this car weighs almost 3,500 pounds, it still handles and feels like a go-kart. It definitely isn't as light as Minis of the past, but the whole point of this one is that you can fit, you know, a family of 5 in it and most of their luggage in the trunk.
And absolutely, that's always been sort of the Mini kind of philosophy, is to give you that small exterior, but really large interior space. I mean, I'm actually impressed by how much legroom I have, the back seat space. I mean, it's pretty impressive. Now, granted, we're in a larger version of the Mini here, but it's still impressive, the space that's inside.
Right, and I'm only 5'6", about the height of your average 12 or 13-year-old. But how tall are you?
I'm 6 foot even.
You're 6 foot even,
and I do have some pretty good space.
You got enough headroom, and you can also fit behind yourself, can't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
It's a bit bigger than your normal Mini, but it still feels like a Mini.
And it drives like a Mini.
And it drives like a Mini.
That's the most important thing.
Right. And it feels like a Mini inside too. You know, you don't have the big speedometer in the middle anymore. That was a bit goofy. They're trying to cater to a wider audience by putting the speedo in front of you.
Yeah, where it should belong. Really.
Right, where it belongs. I've also got a really nice head-up display here.
So, this is what everybody wants to know. How does it drive?
It corners really well. It has enough power to get you where you're going. It just grips the road really well. We've got a set of winter tires on it right now, so I can't take it to its full potential. But with the John Cooper Works, you also get the all-wheel drive system.
Yes.
And it just pushes you through the corners whenever the front wheels start to lose traction.
So it's definitely a front bias system.
Yes, definitely a front bias.
I'm noticing when you take the turns, it's very flat. The suspension is firm but not harsh, which is we always love that. Mm-hmm. And the flatness around the turns is really nice. I mean, you get no body roll, or very, very minimal body roll.
Right, and this car has the adaptive dampers too. So if you want to set it up for more comfort, then you can definitely do that. Personally, I think the sport setting is a little firm for normal roads, so I'll usually configure it so that the powertrain is in sport mode and the suspension is in the normal comfort mode.
So that's interesting. You can kind of customize the modes?
Right.
Okay,
right.
that's great.
It's all about being able to choose what you want. So
excellent. Now, steering feel. Is it hydraulic, electronic?
It has an electric power steering system.
Okay.
It's got more feel than most electronic steering systems that I've come across, but it could definitely do better, I think, with a hydraulic system.
So steering feels a little muted, a little numb?
It's a little muted, but I think it's good enough for an electric system.
Okay, so they kind of stepped it up.
Yes.
Got the max out of that electric system that they
right.
could have. That's great. So let's talk about the brakes. Are they kind of track ready? Are they more street brakes? What kind of brakes does this car have?
Well, it's got a really big set of special John Cooper Works brakes on it. And they stop it really well.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's actually very good.
It is very good. Surely would have been better with a set of summer tires, but I haven't taken it on the track, so I don't know how fade is.
Okay.
But for road use, they're much more than adequate.
When I was following you, I heard some amazingly nice exhaust sounds.
Yeah, so this has a nice exhaust on it. It's actually got some valves in it that open up depending on which drive mode you're in. So I'm in sport right now, and with sport you'll get a bunch of pops and crackles when you let off the gas at the higher RPMs.
Yes. Very nice sound.
And it sounds pretty good. And the John Cooper Works is actually available with a different performance exhaust that sounds even better and louder, but this car does not have it. It also comes with a fob where you can open the valves even more so it's basically like a straight pipe.
Okay.
And you can wake up all the neighbors with that.
And that's right from the factory?
Yeah, you can order that from
Wow.
the factory. But again, this doesn't have it, unfortunately. But it does make enough sound, I think, for most normal
No, it
people.
definitely sounds great.
Yeah. And some of the exhaust note is piped in through the cabin, through the speakers.
Okay.
It's a little fake.
Okay, Jake. So I don't have the paperwork in front of me, but what does this car cost?
All right. So the John Cooper Works Clubman starts at around 36 grand, but this car with the iconic trim and all the extra goodies like the navigation package and the head-up display comes to around 49 grand.
Okay, so that's a pretty big step up from 36.
Yes, it is, but if you're really into that Mini brand and the styling and all these fancy LEDs all around the interior, it almost justifies the price, So, but it's a very niche.
Mini has a very good fan base.
Right.
There's people that love Minis, and that's great.
Right. There's always, rule number one where whenever you see another Mini in the parking lot, you have to park next to it. Even just driving it down the road a few minutes ago, someone on a bike waved at me. So people are going to notice you in a car like this. It sticks out. It's a little bit special.
And the red with the racing stripes, I have to admit, looks amazing.
Right.
It looks fantastic.
Yeah, people are going to be giving you compliments left and right.
Great. Okay, so in conclusion, what do we say the Mini is all about?
I think that it's about the driving feel. It's about how it looks, and most importantly, how it makes you feel. So it feels sharp, it looks sharp, and I give it a thumbs up.
Very good, very good. So, this has been Paul, and our guest commentary, Jake.
Jake?
Thank you for watching, and please subscribe. Please, we beg you, subscribe. Okay? We'll catch you next time. Thanks.